Let's talk about cohesion and leadership because there's at least an indication that there's some lacking at the White House with the announcement that John Podesta, former Clinton White House Chief of Staff, is going to be coming on board the Obama White House to become counselor. I'm not exactly, maybe you know, Olivia, being a White House correspondent. What exactly is he going to be doing?
Well, I think he's going to be trying to steady the ship over there. You know, this is a guy who's got a long career in Washington. He's done a lot of work like this before in the Clinton White House, for example. I think this is clearly the transfusion. The question is whether it's the transfusion before the amputation in terms of the White House staff. You know, the president and other top aides have suggested that somewhere down the line, probably after they smooth out the wrinkles, putting it mildly, for Obamacare, they would be open to looking at a review of, you know, the team, seeing who's playing well, who's not. I haven't heard anything about amputation yet, but this is a very interesting transfusion.
Kiki, and a brand new Q poll out this hour has President Obama at a new historic low, 38% approval. I mean, they need to do something.
Look, he doesn't need to raise his approval ratings just for the sake of raising them. Big change like Obamacare.
But it would be nice.
Well, those are nice.
Hypothetically.
Those are nice to make us all feel good on a panel, but that doesn't have anything to do, what his numbers are, doesn't have anything to do with the kind of work he's trying to do for the country. And big change comes with a cost sometimes of your own favorability rating. I want to challenge the premise of how you open this section of the conversation by talking about the lack of leadership. I actually think when a leader brings in great talent, that's a tremendous sign of leadership. To invite somebody like John Podesta to join the team when there are really big, difficult issues at hand, I think is a remarkable sign of leadership.
Well, if you're bringing in a new leader, then I'm just saying, then you had a lack, and then you brought it in to fill the
now
lack.
they have more
It's the definition.
It's just more amazing.
I think good leaders bring good talent to the table.
I'm not disputing
Podesta,
that, but go
I
ahead.
think two points about Podesta. One is that this is a guy who, in his first tour as chief of staff in the Clinton years, has experience basically running a White House at the end of an administration, when you aren't doing a lot of big things in Congress. You're mostly doing things through the bureaucracy. You know, and Podesta's also incredibly hooked up with, you know, Washington insiders of every stripe, industry, and so on. And then the other thing, though, to your point, is the approval ratings need to go up for the Democrats to survive in 2014. That is why they matter.
The other benefit of John,
in 2016.
Well, the other benefit of John joining them is people are tired.
Right. People are
people
burned
have served
out.
a long time.
Kiki McLean, Ross Douthat, Olivia Knox, thank you so much.